movements which are occurring as we speak across this world. Many of those people believe that the banking system has become corrupt, that it is no longer an instrument for sharing the common wealth of people in a society, but rather a complex instrument that is used to deprive wealth from society and funnel it into the hands of an international banking elite. In our experience over the last 5 years, the most frequent attacks on our organisation have not been even by intelligence organisations or military organisations. They have, in fact, been by banks. Banks from London, Northern Rock, Barclays, banks from Switzerland, Bank Julian Assange, banks from Dubai, like the Millennium Bank.
Keep your elbows out. Keep your elbows out.
Yeah, is that how you do it?
Yeah. Keep your elbows out.
A little bit scary, isn't it? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Banks from Dubai, like the Millennium Bank. Banks from Iceland, Halsing, Landsbanken. These banks have attacked us and censored us, tried to censor us, and censor the rest of the quality press. Why? Why is it that banks have so much to hide? Why is it that banks, even more than military and intelligence organisations, have attacked WikiLeaks? Because banks are all about secrecy. Banks are all about asset hiding. Hiding the ill-gotten gains of rich individuals from around the world, stashing them in the Cayman Islands, other offshore jurisdictions, and yes, in London. When WikiLeaks released the Kroll report, an intelligence report on Kenya, that ended up swinging the Kenyan vote by 10% and may well have changed the outcome of the 2007 Kenyan election. Where was Daniel Arap Moi's money hidden? Billions of dollars looted from the Kenyan treasury. London. It was hidden in London. More than any other country, more than any other town, England and London is where money is hidden. Wherever corruption starts in the world, it ends in London. There has been over $670 billion in capital flight and extraction from Africa in the past 30 years. Money going towards Africa in international aid only amounts to $210 billion in the same time. So when we look at the problems of the developing world and the corruption there, we cannot say this is merely an African problem, this is merely an Asian problem, this is merely a Russian problem. This is a problem of the fiscalized West. And in accepting that bargain to take in corrupt money from the rest of the world, we ourselves have become corrupt and corrupted by it. Bank Julius Baer, the largest private Swiss bank, stashing its money in Cayman Islands and many other countries, sued our organisation, tried to sue it into oblivion in San Francisco. We were victorious in that fight, but only after the tremendous outpouring of energy and support. Other press organisations, do they take the same risks that we do? By and large, they don't, because it's a very difficult and complex business to publish true information to the people about the reality of the banking system. So that is one of the reasons why we support what is happening here in Occupy London, because the banking system in London is the recipient of corrupt money, and the banking system in London is the #1 censor of the British press.
for the Independent on Sunday. Maybe today the mood, the mood today was very relaxed, very friendly. What are your plans now between tonight and tomorrow? What are you going to be doing instead?
I am on my 323rd day of house arrest, which means most of the time I have to stay confined to a property in rural England. I must return early this evening. I have an electronic manacle on my leg. This morning I had to sign with police. So unfortunately I cannot be here for these proceedings in any significant manner. But because of the strong mutuality with what these groups want to achieve and WikiLeaks' values and own situation, I believe that it was important to take the risk to come here.
Thank you. The WikiLeaks cables. Can you explain to us why that's happened?
That story has already been told. WikiLeaks will soon embark on a campaign against Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Bank of America and Western Union, who have all these past 326 days engaged in an extrajudicial financial embargo which appears to be unlawful under European law. It has done so as a result of political influence from Washington and not as a result of any judicial process. In fact, the only administrative process to look at the banking blockade, a process conducted by the US Treasury and Timothy C. Geithner, the US Treasurer, found way back in January that there was no lawful excuse for the United States to conduct a banking blockade on our organization. We demand a separation of corporation and state. This is a very basic notion that we are familiar with in terms of religions and states. What is happening now in the United States, in the UK, in other heavily fiscalized countries, is that there is no meaningful boundary between the political decisions taken at the seat of power and the corporate decisions that are taken around boardrooms. And that has been borne out by the reaction of these banking institutions towards WikiLeaks. The Bank of America